Thanks for what you do with your podcast and all the rest. You're doing a great job. Hope everybody keeps tuning in. You get a lot of good info, a lot of insights, understandings of how to get strong, how to stay strong, how to use your strength.
You do a great job, dude. You make things better than they are in real life, I think.
If you don't follow Massenomics, y'all do it. Social media, website, everything.
Massenomics.
It's unfiltered. It's uncut. It's on. Oh, wait. That's not right. That's the Massenomics pre-show. This isn't the pre-show. Most of you listening have no idea what that was right there, but that's the intro to the Massenomics pre-show.
But if you want to know what that is,
yes,
you can become a Massenomics supporting member and get in on the pre-show every single week.
Yeah, it's the show before the show. It is unfiltered. It is uncut. It is unrecorded. It is the greasiest show in all of podcasting, but it's only for supporting members. You have to be a supporting member to get in on it, and you got to be a G.
Yes.
So that's something to look forward to if you become a supporting member. But something to look forward to more immediately is episode 511 of the Massenomics podcast, recorded live from the corners of the Dakotas. My name is Tanner.
And my name is Tommy.
Yeah, we're back for 511. We've got an exciting title topic we're going to get later to this episode. We got important crew conversation. We've got important updates on events that we have coming soon. And we have the gold standard Texas Power Bars. They've been around since 1980, so you can always look forward to them. For the last 45 years, working on 50, you can get yourself one of the best bars in all of lifting, whether it's powerlifting, strength training in the gym, strongman training, whatever you're into, get yourself a Texas Power Bar, whether you want the classic 28.5 millimeter, the updated 29 millimeter Power Bar with very aggressive knurling that Tommy spoke about last week, or maybe you're looking at their deadlift or squat bars, possibly even their new axle bar. Check them all out at texaspowerbars.com. When you buy one, make sure you let them know your good friends at Massenomics sent you.
This episode is also brought to you by Build Fast Formula. Build Fast Formula are supplements that just work. They're not trying to sell you anything crazy, anything people don't know about. It's the staples. It's the go-tos. They got their VasoBlitz dual nitric oxide system. They got their Full Blitz, fully loaded pre-workout formula, 80-20 protein, Blitz 3D, Drink Hack, Glyco Hack, creatine, all the essentials. I'm a big fan of the 80-20 protein myself. Comes in 4 great flavors: vanilla ice cream, chocolate lava cake, Cinnadoodle, and peanut butter chocolate. I've had them all. They're all delicious. I can highly recommend. If you're the type of guy that likes a little, or gal, this Build Fast Formula is for guys and gals. We're not drawing any lines here.
It's not a sexist
no.
supplement company at all.
No, they're very, very accepting of people.
It's actually owned by a couple.
By a man and a woman, believe it or not.
Yep.
They if you need a little stimulation, a little pick-me-up, the Full Blitz fully loaded pre-workout formula is a great place to go to. And actually, for that matter, all their products are great. We use them all. We love them. Check them out at buildfastformula.com. Use code Massenomics, and you can save 10% on your next order. Build Fast Formula, code Massenomics will save you 10%. Thank you, Build Fast.
If a company is woman-owned, is there sometimes certain programs or advantages that the company can take?
Well, I don't know, because
from that?
Dave,
is that a nationwide thing?
Remember Dave told us that EliteFTS is technically like 51% owned by his wife or something.
Right, because there was an advantage to being majority.
Well, he thought there was, and he goes, that actually did nothing at all.
Okay.
that was his
story.
Okay. I don't know. They're probably, no doubt if you're actually a woman-owned business. Like there's certain conferences and, I don't know, networking opportunities you would have that you wouldn't as a man. But
little evening after hours meet and greets.
Yeah.
Rather be dead than forced to go to one of those.
Yeah.
That might be extreme, but you get the point.
We in the biz call that networking.
Is that speaking in hyperbole?
No, that's just straight up truth.
That's just honest.
That's just cutting the bullshit and getting real. That's what that is.
We're going to find out what was always what would we talk about where it was going to be like a crew?
The crew
Real
house?
World house. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's actually happened several times.
We
though,
put
now at this
12
point, so it's not
lifters
really
in a
joke.
house.
But we've actually, like, that's happened
It kind
many
of
times
has.
now. Over the,
Yeah.
Like, and we did that at Juji Mufu's house with us and,
Yeah. We spent very little
Boobs and
time
everyone.
in the actual house part, but
right.
you know,
But also at our get-togethers, like, large groups get Airbnbs, like, every
I
single
know.
time now. So
there just hasn't been one central location yet where it's just been like actually 20 lifters in a house together.
Right. We'll find out. What? Yeah. That's the theme, right?
Pretty much.
Okay, so speaking of events we have coming up, the 2026 Arnold, it's been announced that there will not, I repeat, wait,
There
how do I
will
say
be
that
a
last-
booth. Nah.
Yeah. How did I say that the first time when we announced it that was really misleading? That
I can't remember. I just know the whole thing was confusing.
yeah, but there is not going to be a Massenomics booth there, but we are going to be there at Saturday of the Arnold. We're going to be at the Arnold Saturday for probably most of the day. And then there is, for any supporting members, there is a crew specific meetup for a meal and drinks. You can find that info on the Massenomics website. And if you are a supporting member and you're planning on coming, please fill out the 2-question form to let us know you're coming for that, so we can just have our head count and
Yeah.
I don't know,
Just so
make
the
sure it
restaurant
is-
can brace for us.
we can give it to the party planning committee.
Mm-hmm.
We can give it to the president of the party planning committee, which is actually Big Hogan in this particular case. So, yeah. So that's the Arnold sign up. Get signed up. There's already over 30 supporting members that have signed up for
You
it.
told me
already.
that today.
So,
I couldn't believe it because we're 2 months out still. And the fact that closing in on 40 for this get together.
Keith wants to know if we're just going to stay at that location or do the walk of shame and be like, we don't know, Keith. We go where the night takes us.
Might be someone that says I have wool in my hair if we walk around. You never know what could happen.
That story would never have happened.
Yeah, if we just
We would
stayed
never.
put.
One of the most central Massenomics themes of 2025, the wool in
Yeah.
your hair, would have never happened.
Wouldn't
Would
have been a thing.
that be good? No, that would be
Would have
terrible.
ruined
if
our
we did-
year.
if we didn't have that thing, the wool in your hair.
That's what walking around gets you.
It gets you wool in your hair is what it gets you. So get signed up if you're planning on coming to the Arnold. The Arnold still is a check mark on the Massenomics Hall of Fame list for anyone that's a supporting member. So do get signed up if you're so inclined. We had on here from a couple times agronomy and weather update.
Yes.
Agronomy / weather update. I guess they go hand in hand, sort of. The agronomy
Depending on the
really
time of
relies
year
on the
more than
weather.
others.
Yeah. Weather-wise, it's been really nice.
We had 2 days in a row over 50 here in January.
crazy.
I don't know if that
Yeah.
ever happens.
I have not been wearing a coat during I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt at work, and I'm like, nope, this is good.
Yeah, me and my kids went for a bike ride without coats on the other day in January. None of those things make any sense ever.
That's in January. If you were to pick one month that it wouldn't happen, you would say January.
Yeah, that would be the wrong one to pick. So, the end of February can get nice, January,
like-
no way.
Yeah, January 14th? I can't picture what's historically the coldest week of the year in South Dakota. It's got to be in January, doesn't it? If you were to guess.
Sure think so. I know there's an episode, I don't know, probably a few years back where we talked about how it hadn't been above 0 in 16 straight days,
I remember that.
That hasn't been the case. That sucked so bad.
That was a dark time.
That was brutal because it was like the first 2 weeks of January. It was just dark all the time. The average temperature was somewhere between -30 and 0. Yeah, those were dark
That
days.
was a dark time. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm feeling a lot more optimistic right now going through January like this. I mean, we could still have 3 more months of winter.
Oh, we
depending
could,
on-
but also once you're kind of past the halfway point of February, it's sort of done being really cold,
Right.
So we get 4 more weeks just with nothing crazy. Yeah, snow can show up, but it goes away.
Yeah. Agronomy update, not much to update. It's the middle of winter. We started the season off with quite a bit of moisture in the form of snow. That sense has mostly all melted. I mean, is there snow in Sioux Falls or?
No,
is there any
God,
snow?
no. We haven't had snow
Yeah.
in several weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's really no snow cover around anymore, but like we said, there's plenty of opportunity to continue to go get more snow. At this point, I don't know locally if it'd necessarily be a dry or a wet spring. It could be just about right. So we'll see how the rest of winter plays out. We can get a little snow here and there.
There's still plenty of time for some precipitation.
Yep. We really started the year off with a bang, though, in terms of snowfall in western northeast South Dakota. I was starting to be like, oh, my God, is this going to be the winter from hell where I have the snowblower out for like every week for 5 months, and since then it's gone away.
I'd probably say since I've owned a house, I never used a snowblower more before January than I did this year.
Oh, here's the thing. In the winter, it doesn't apply right now. It's all melted. But say, like when we were getting snow and it was really cold for a while, do you guys try to be driveway completely clear of snow family? Or
we're bad because, first of all,
once you drive over it a few times,
and we're the worst with that because our problem is I don't have to leave for anything, so it's whenever it happens, it happens. But then if my wife has to go to work in the morning, she leaves at like 5:30 in the morning. Well, I'm not getting up before that to do it. So then, and then if that's the case, that means I'm getting kids ready for school, taking them, which means I'm going to drive. It's just a disaster usually for us is typically how it goes.
For anyone that doesn't live in a place where it stays cold for a long time and you get decent snowfall, once you drive over it a few times, it's pretty much impossible to get it off until Mother Nature does. I mean, you can do it. It's just a giant pain in the ass.
Yeah, and especially if it warms up a little bit and it kind of melts and freezes and does that whole thing.
A lot of my neighbors are absolutely not we'll get blizzard after blizzard after blizzard after blizzard, and their driveway is completely clean. Like there is no snow on it.
It typically goes hand in hand
whatsoever
with the people that take a lot of care with their lawn too. It's the same type as.
Also, it's a lot of retired people.
Retired people with time on their hands, people looking for something to do. It kind of all goes. It's kind of all the same.
Yes, it's all the same to me. What are you drinking over there this week? Anything in particular?
Got a little polar seltzer. This is in honor of Jose's YouTube videos coming out tomorrow. He had the polar fridge,
Was it mostly stacked with polar? Yeah, he has. How does Jose have the hookup on unique polars?
Because that's the Boston area is where polar's at.
Yeah, okay. That's why. Mm-hmm. He hangs around the Polar brewery.
The Polar Express.
Polar Bottling Co.
What do you got? Is that the regular?
I'm the original sparkling water Rambler out of AUTX Limestone Mineral Blend.
Yeah,
that's real snappy.
It's that limestone flavor.
That thing's real snappy. It pops hard. Ooh, very bubbly, very spicy. I don't think a little extra spice to it. You wouldn't think unflavored water could be spicy, but whoo.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I was with hanging out with some buddies this weekend, and we were joking, talking about our little kids, and he said the exact same thing. He's like, "Oh, my kids, they've had a few tastes of pop, and they go spicy." It's just that's how kids relate to things that are, I guess, carbonated is spicy.
Anything different, yeah, it is spicy. Yeah, so Jose's is coming out. Jose's gym tour is coming out this week. Last week was Big Waffle Iron Steve's epic gym tour.
Yeah.
An epic,
a lot of good feedback on that one.
Yeah, a lot of good feedback on that one. I showed someone in my family, like my wife or my oldest son, just like the beginning of that one, because I'm like, oh, you should watch this, see if you think it's funny, and they got a laugh out of it. But my 4-year-old daughter watched it too, and like 20 times since, she's like, show me the gym house video where it's, it's the dodgeball thing.
Is it the dodgeball thing that gets her though?
No, she loves the dodgeball thing. She's like, it's just like when it pans out and they all throw the balls. And she calls it the gym house video, which is kind of funny too. She's like, can we watch the gym house video?
You're like, see, Dad can be funny every once in a while. I'm actually very funny, just so you know, everyone.
Yeah. So that was Steve, but then Jose's, the surf shop, Jose's Surf and Turf home gym, garage gym.
I forgot that we did actually go through his surfboards and talk about those. I mean, if I would have stopped to think about it, I would have remembered. But once I started editing the video, I'm like, oh yeah, we actually did talk about his surfboards, and he has the little surf trainer, and you're trying it out, and that was also really funny. So I forgot about some of that stuff.
Okay, yeah, I'm actually this. It has been quite a while since we were.
Several months, 4 months, maybe.
Okay, it has. I'm thinking. How long has it been, do you think?
Oh, at least a week.
It's been a while.
For a while.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Yep. Been at least a week. Actually, now you say it has been a while.
I had to knock the dust off of those buttons.
I could see that over there.
Yeah, so I'll be excited to get feedback. Also, Jose has a very relatable gym setup too, in the sense that he still can park a car in that it takes up like half of a garage stall.
Yeah.
Kind of the way he situates his gym. So very like manageable, or just like where people could watch that video and think, well, I could do that. You know, that seems like something I could have if I wanted to. Surfing in Boston in the winter.
Yeah.
Seems wild.
Gotta have that wetsuit.
That takes a special breed, Jose.
Yeah. Special breed of statistician.
Yeah. Should we talk about a training update in this episode, or do you want to do that pre or post title topic?
I actually couldn't remember. No, we can get to that. I
don't
not
think
remember if
we
we talked
really-
about that last week or not.
I don't think we really did.
Yeah, we did put it off.
I mean,
You're right.
you posted a big squat video today, so it had me thinking about it again. And I'm like, actually, we need to talk about that.
Yeah, I hit 440 for so squatting. I squatted today. My top set was 440 solid ass pounds for a set of 5, and I looked. I thought that was my biggest ever. Last year was actually about the same week. I did 445, but it was for a set of 4. So 5 less pounds, but 1 more rep. And so, I mean, so it still is a PR.
Which one's better then, to analyze it? Which set is better? 445 for 4 or 440 for 5?
I mean,
I
440
gotta
for
say 440 for 5
It
is
is.
the
I mean, we
better set.
consider the amount of weight actually moved. It's significantly
Well,
more,
by
you know.
far, but there's still just there's a gut feeling that you have to,
it's only something about 4 reps just seems a lot less than 5 always.
for sure. And if if the difference is only 5 pounds, it's easy to pick the 5 rep. But what's the difference have to be? Like if your 4 rep was 450, or what if your 4 rep set was 455 and your 5 rep set was 440?
That gets a little tougher now.
What's better, 455 for 4 or 440 for 5? At 455, I may switch to the set of 4.
15 extra pounds really does mean something there.
And 455 is just a great looking weight too. So that's worth figuring too.
Yeah, actually, that's a really good point. I forget about that. But luckily, I don't have to worry about that yet. Probably in a month or two, I probably will be having to go through that conundrum. But yeah, that was the biggest squat I've ever had alone in my garage. And man, that's a real gut check when you're squatting alone in the garage. It's just, that's the ultimate one of, we got to do, set 4. I'm a fast squatter. My squats are always speedy. And the 4th rep, I'm like, this is actually slowing down for once. I started thinking in my head, like 5 just has to happen. It has to happen. And I did it, and it moved. I mean, watching back on the video, it moved totally fine. In my head, it felt really, really slow. But
what'd you call the RPE of the set then?
I said 9.5 because in my head that did feel like a 9.5. It's just one of those things where it'd probably be a little different if someone was there. Because just squatting alone, I have the safety set and everything, but squatting alone is just, it's another level of, like when you're really going for it.
With just spotter Jesus is the only one in the room.
Because that 445 I had for 4 was at Massenomics at this time last year, and you spotted me.
Oh, okay.
That's a whole different vibe.
But did you have Donnie Thompson in your closet for this one?
Maybe.
Throwback. Yeah. Callback.
Forgot to look.
Very odd callback that you sound off in the YouTube comments if you know what I mean by that.
Yeah. So
what do you think do you think it's your best set of 5 ever though?
I think it might be because, it's got to be very close if it's not. You know what? I could probably,
do you think you've done 455 for a set of 5 before? Well, you would have been, at that point in time, you would have been doing 5x5s though too.
Well, yeah,
5
actually,
sets of
yes.
5, not a top set.
Here, what I can tell you.
I'm referring to older Massenomics gym days on Jackal's program.
Yeah, I can tell you. It might. I could actually find the answer to this. It might take me a little bit, but I'll find this out in a minute here. But it'd be a rate.
So your
in that
squat
ballpark.
is going like a 10 out of 10 then basically.
Yeah, pretty
like
much.
Your squat training now is going really, really well.
But what's actually going better than that is my bench training. Like I literally feel like I'm just getting stronger every week benching.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was a month ago. I think, or what did I do? I put, all the strength co-plates I had, 312.5 or whatever on. It was supposed to be for a set of 5. And I just smoked it. Like it was so, I'm not going to say it was easy, but yeah, it was pretty easy for a weight that I've never touched for a set of 5. And
so is that the most you've ever done for a set of 5 on bench then?
For a single set of 5, yeah, I've never done.
Yeah.
I think I've done 315 for like a triple, I think.
But so you could probably do a set of 5 at 315 right now then, though.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, I did it a month ago.
Oh, you did 315.
Oh, I did 312.5 for a set of 5.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you could have done 315 for a set of 5.
Oh, yeah. And I have RP 10 day tomorrow for bench, and I would not be surprised if the number, I don't even know what the I didn't look ahead yet, but I would not be surprised.
For a set of 5?
I think I didn't look. I'm assuming it's still on a set of 5 because that's what I have been on. I would not be surprised if the number it's telling me is 320 or 325 even.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
well, what did you bench even at the last meet? Wasn't
that was
like,
the thing is like my bench
was
was
it like that? Like you said, your set of 5 weight could be 320 or 325. What was your second attempt bench at the meet?
Well, my second attempt bench at the meet was like 3-4. I had this mental thing where I've just failed everything. I've never benched over 330 in a meet or 335. I tried it so many times. So my final attempt was like 349 or 348, whatever the kilo is. And I smoked it. Like that looked way too easy. But,
but your set of 5 now is going to be at like what your second attempt was on bench.
Damn near. Yeah. And that's when you start doing the 1 rep max calculator of like, like 320 for a set of 5. With some left in the tank, it's like, it's putting my bench in the high 300s. And I'm like, what? Where are these numbers coming from? It doesn't even add up. But it just feels every week like I just feel like I'm getting stronger on bench every week. Like, so I bench on Wednesdays. Monday is incline bench. And I'll say, I had a thing in Juggernaut where it felt like my incline was just never going up. Juggernaut was never telling it to go up. I was just starting to program it myself. I was following the reps, but the weight was never scaling. And I looked, and it's one of the few lifts where I've ever had this happen where my 1 rep max was set at like 185 pounds, probably many, many years ago. Right. And for some reason, it's never updated and it's never grown that number.
Never changed your
it was just anchored there. And I was like, I was doing sets with 185.
Right.
And so now that I bumped up my 1 rep max on, on incline, I put it at like 245 pounds, 255 pounds. Well, now all of a sudden, like incline is like scaling and getting hard. Today I was doing sets of 215 on incline, which I've never touched before. And it's still moving pretty good. And then my other bench accessory is Spoto press. And I'm like hitting like sets of 250 plus on Spoto press every week. And the pause is hard and good. Like I'm smoking them. It feels amazing. So bench is so dialed in. Squat's pretty damn good too. And deadlift is just like, same old crap as always. Like where it's just
is it going good though?
It's going fine. It just never feels
like it
good.
doesn't feel easy like the other two do.
No, it never feels fast. Even like when I
you're
go
not
back,
like putting on 20 pounds. It's not like you're like, I feel stronger every day I go in at deadlift.
Like I think like, this just feels like even worse and harder than last week is what I think half the time. And then I go back and watch it. And it looks fine, but I just I never.
It just doesn't feel like the other.
Yeah, I get days on squat where like every lift has like days where it's like that was kind of harder, but I also on the other two have a lot of days where I'm like no, things are moving good, and I just never ever have that feeling on deadlift where I think things are moving good right now. It's just
always 3 making progress is always an absolute win.
It is
like that's not even there's like that. It actually barely gets better than that. I mean, 3 out of 3 is better than that, but that's so rare.
Well, especially at this point in my training. And I'm not gaining weight. I'm staying. I've been at the same weight now for almost a year.
MacroFactor.
Exactly. Yes.
What's your daily calorie on MacroFactor? Has it stayed about the same? Like, has it ever changed?
Yeah, it actually, I think the last time when we talked about MacroFactor in depth, after you started, I was like, there's because my number was at like 2,400 calories or something, or 23. And I'm like, God, I got to be doing something wrong here. And I gave it a really hard audit, and I found a few things that I was off on. And since then, so basically I was underreporting some calories. Right. And then once I started putting some more in, it took it a couple of weeks to really adjust. But now for the most part, I'm floating around 2,800 calories.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah. And then it's pretty much.
And you can use discount code Massenomics at MacroFactor.
Not only can you should get an extra.
Not only should you have to, or else we will find you.
Yes. Discount code Massenomics. I think that's a huge part though, of why my training's going so good is last year was the first time I had ever had any close attention to macros while I was training, and like things were going good up until I had a little back tweak leading into the meet. But now I'm right back on that path. I'm feeling mostly healthy, and sleeping mostly pretty good, and my diet is pretty dialed in. And with all those things combined, just lifting seems to be working right now.
Yeah. 440 for a set of 5 and benching 315 for a set of 5 is kind of crushing it. Like that's
those are okay. So I just looked here. All right. My squat max, if I put in on Jackals, when we used to run that, if I put in 550, which is my biggest squat max I would have ever had in there on the heaviest squat day for 5x5
week 6.
Yes. 440. So
yeah.
God.
5x5 though is
I don't know if I ever. Well,
you were in the ballpark probably,
but I don't know if because I did 550 in a meet, but then I wouldn't have put that in as my max. Actually, this is what I can tell you. I can look up what I actually had as my heaviest squat program number ever. 515. Because when I squatted 550 in the meet, I had never been anywhere near that. Yeah, actually the highest I'd ever been was 515 as a program number. Okay. And so week 6 on 515 is 5 sets of 5 at 412.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that programming was slightly different, but
what's better? 415 for 5 sets of 5 or 440 for 1 set of 5?
415 for 5 sets of 5. That's a lot of volume and a lot of weight. Like that's a lot. 4 plates for 4 reps, 4 sets. I'm saying FOR 4. FOR for rep. For reps
5
for sets.
by 5. Yeah.
That's
a 5x5, a heavy 5x5 squat. Straight sets is physically a challenge, but also it is mentally. Like when you do set 2, you're like, oh fuck, that was set 2.
I'm not even halfway done yet.
And set 3 is kind of like when you get done, you're like, oh great, thank God. But then you're like, oh, this next one isn't even the last one.
Yeah, I've never got Juggernaut to the point where I'm doing sets over with 4 plates or more on squat. I've never got it. I've never got
there. Where your straight set days are like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I bet, well,
yeah, that's
outside of like peak where you're doing like sets of 3. Like I've been there, but never like a higher rep thing where I'm doing 5 or more reps with over 4 plates on Juggernaut. I've never been able to get that to that point yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know what? One other thing. Okay. Before I you know what I think is actually also helping my bench quite a bit?
The daisy chains.
Well, sort of.
I was going to say, I don't think any of these lifts took off prior to you having daisy chains.
There is causation and correlation, and that is both of them. But along those lines, though, I'm definitely hitting arm accessories harder than I ever have in my life.
Well, that totally makes sense on the bench.
It does. And part of it is, there's this little thing called the squat of the upper body, the old dips.
The dip? Yeah.
And what I hadn't done dips for years. And then when I kind of started adding them back in, I was just doing the thing where I was doing like 8 to 10 reps.
Yeah.
And then not that long ago, but then for the last few months, I actually had taken
with
dips.
No weight, you were saying.
Yeah, with no weight.
Yeah.
And then not that long ago, I had working dips back in. I would consistently going to 15 reps. And then I'm like, what? This still isn't hard enough. And now I consistently am doing, 3 to 4 sets of 20 reps on dips.
Yep.
And usually getting pretty tired by the end of because it's the last thing of my workout. And I'm like, I think this is doing something too.
You know what we really need is Chris. Someone clip this and send it to Chris at BeltFed. Chris, make a stock BeltFed dip belt.
I know.
Not one that attaches to a lifting belt. We've got that. I want a dedicated dip belt, and I want it to say BeltFed on it, and that's it. And I want it to be a stocked item because I think a bunch of people would buy it. and I would be the first customer.
And I want it, and I want it now.
I've also told Chris that
I
before,
know.
but we need crowdsource telling.
That's
Chris
where
that,
I'm damn near on the verge of buying a dip belt because I'm like, I can't just.
Well,
I can't just.
I could buy one from other companies.
Well,
but
no, I know. I don't want to.
from-
I've been holding
yeah.
off on this, but he's
Right.
taking too long.
Right.
But I'm like, I got to start scaling these other than just adding more
yeah,
reps.
because
in.
that's
I
the
gotta
evolution. You can't just do. You're not going to do sets of 30.
Yeah, I'm not going to do another
like-
set of 20 or another set. Of, start doing sets of 30. I just need to start getting some weight on there. And then once I start having weighted dips in my program, look out, world. 405 bench, here we come.
I love dips. There was a period of time where I stopped doing them because they aggravated my shoulder more until I just started. I was like, I think I can, if I do these over exaggerated slow, it doesn't really hurt my shoulder. Like it's like I just have to over exaggerate the speed to a slow tempo. And I'm like, this doesn't hurt my shoulder. So I'm back to them. And then like the more I do that, the better they feel generally, I think. Like the more dips I can say, properly do, then it like allows me to do more dips.
So
also,
I think people need to figure out what is their body's preferred method of dips. Can you go fast? Can you go slow?
There is also different leans.
I was
too,
say the lean is
a
a big one because you can lean it forward and you feel it way more in your shoulders
and width of your hand. How far? Because most dip attachments are
angled
pigeon.
And where you go. I think if you can find a way that works for you, though, man, dips they're money.
I used to like back in the YMCA days. I would do really, really heavy weighted dips.
Would you?
Put like
for like how many
plates
for how many reps?
8 to 10.
Oh,
but,
okay. So you're doing like 10 with 3 plates on there.
I think so. I'd have to look at videos.
I don't think I've ever done a weighted dip in my life,
Yeah.
so I just don't even know is adding 1 plate significantly harder or would if I added a plate?
I think it's noticeable. Like it's not. You're not.
What I'm saying is like if I can do 20.
You're not going to get buried with a plate. No,
okay. That's I didn't know if adding 1 plate on all of a sudden it's just like 5 is impossible.
No, but I do think you can. It is like it's probably like no. Let me throw a 10 on. Okay, yeah, that's still pretty easy. Let me put a 25 on. Like I think a 25 does something.
Okay,
even much less than that. I don't know if. I mean, it's just actually there is a point. It all depends on where people are at and scalable. But if you're doing 20, you'll be able to throw a 25 on, do some reps, or even throw a 45 on. You're going to do less reps, of course.
Yeah.
But it's not like you're going to do 1 rep.
Yeah.
It's going to be sets and reps. Still.
Someday I'll find out. Okay. I just thought of this one other thing. I would love to hear if anyone else can report any numbers on this or find out if I'm just extremely deficient here. I just have this memory of, we're at Juji's, we're on the gluteator, and the very minimal weight was just rocking me. And you're like, I can't feel this. I don't know if I'm doing the machine wrong. I'm like, I think I'm just that much weaker in my glutes than you. Right. And so that one's kind of always stuck with me is that at least in some position, the abducting position, is that the opening? Right. Abducting, is that opening?
Nobody knows.
I think in that position, whatever, on the lateral sides of your glutes, it just lit me up on the gluteator. And I did this the other day. I have just some like cheap ankle cuffs,
Yeah.
And I went to my cable machine on the low row and I put it, so then I just, on the inside of my leg, I put it on there, and then just, lift your leg laterally, like something you would see a girl do that's doing some booty exercises at the Y or something.
Yeah.
And I had it on 15 pounds and doing 15 reps on 15 pounds. By the 15th one, I can like hardly walk away from the machine because my side of my glute is going crazy. And actually, if I flip over to the other one and do it right away, and if I do them relatively close, I almost can't like finish the set. I almost have to take a breather between. And I don't know if that's an extreme deficiency or if that movement actually is just kind of hard, but that's been eye-opening to me.
Well, I don't know about that one because I haven't done it, so I can't compare it. But I do know when we did the gluteator and you said this is really hard, and you're stuck in that machine. I don't think there was a way that because I was like, am I cheating this or something?
Yeah, because I think I had a plate on each side and I did 4 or 5. I'm like, whoa, I'm getting like a Charlie horse in my glute. Right. And then you had to put 2 plates on. And you're like, I'm kind of feeling it now. Right. And I don't even think I could like move it with 2 plates.
I'm wondering if that could really help your deadlift a lot.
Well, it might.
It's bringing whatever that's going on there up. If that could be like a secret deadlift.
Well, here's another one we've talked about, and I can see how this one's very machine dependent. But I have my leg curl leg extension machine, and I leg extension. And I probably am pretty quad dominant just the way I squat and everything too.
Right.
But leg extension, I can do 3 plates after my squat day, I can do 3 plates, sets of 15, 3 sets of 15. And like, I'm feeling it, but it's not like unbearable. But when it comes to leg curl, I'm same thing, sets of 15, 2 plates. And by the time I'm getting to my last reps on 2 plates, my posterior chain is screaming. And that's a difference. I mean, that's 30% less than the other one.
Right.
And I don't know if that's just a machine thing or if that actually does carry over that way. I'm not sure, but
I don't know I don't know also what's common. Like, I don't know if it's typically 1-to-1 for people. And it's also hard to say because 2 machines are different. That is the same machine.
yeah. True. Yeah. That is a good point.
You know,
yeah. Like a lot of them, yes, the geometry is different and
right. Like if you compare my 2 at the gym, is that apples to apples or not? You know, like,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it is. I'm not actually really sure about that. And I just don't know what's common. Like, is everyone are people commonly 30% weaker on that?
Oh, but I could go, 3 plates on leg extension is still easier than 2 plates on leg curl for me.
Right. So it could be 50%.
It could be. And I don't know if that's normal or not, or if I'm just really weak in that way.
Right.
Not sure. Okay. That's all my training updates though. So that was a lot there. What do you got, Tanner?
Any horse stall mat grip records?
Just on Crew Falls, I finally broke 100 from the ground for the first time. So that means something, I guess.
Is that updated on the record board then?
Well, probably not. Because I never really reported it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay, where will this move me up? Was it 100 pounds even? Is that what we had?
Yeah, we had 100 pounds on
100
there.
Pounds even. Let's see. Records. Where would that move me? Okay, where am I at right now? Oh, God. Oh, no. That's single hand. Okay. Single hand men. I'm like, it takes me off the last place list. I should really do something to get myself off of last place, though. Wow, I didn't realize it was
Are you in the last place on the single hand?
Single hand, yeah. I'm at 49 pounds. That's last place. I should really try that one again someday. Double hand, I got to be down towards the bottom. I'm fourth from the end with 95. 100 pounds will bump me up about 4 spots to 58-ish.
Yeah.
So not much progress there.
But a bump up's a bump up when it comes to the horse stall mat. Yeah. A little bump up. PR is a PR.
Yeah, take what you can get.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, my training's going good. My knee is still not like perfectly recovered, so that's a never ending thing.
We haven't had a knee hab update in a while. So like
it's been a long time since I had surgery and my knee is not perfect. I've been experimenting with more things. I think I'm making progress. It's still a battle.
What do you mean experimenting here? What are we?
Just different exercises and different things that I haven't been able to do yet that I am trying more. But when it comes to jumping, explosiveness, single leg strength stuff feels pretty close. Like if I'm doing a Bulgarian split squat, I'm actually just exploring different exercises because when I do a Bulgarian split squat, I don't know if I've just gamed it enough with my hips or whatever I do that like, I'm like, this feels pretty good. It feels like pretty much like the other side. And this last week, I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to do something different. I'm going to try step ups.
Okay.
And see how that
when you do your Bulgarian splits, like, do you have your 1 foot behind you?
My rear foot elevated. Yeah.
Like on a roller or something? Like,
on a roller.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious how you were doing them. But.
And like my surgery leg forward, I'm like, I don't know. I've been doing those, but with an explosive jump. So they're not weighted, but I'm like exploding off the ground as,
Do you pay much attention to when you're doing split squats, the angle of your upper body and how you're sitting back or leaning forward on it? Because you can.
Yeah, I'm trying to put as much knee, as much through my quad as possible when I'm doing those.
Yeah, because you can change how that movement feels drastically depending on the angle and the.
I try to force as much through my quad and knee that, I say quad, but really by that I also mean my knee joint too, by getting more knee forward.
Yep.
Tighter knee angle, I guess. But then I go to step ups that I did the first time last week, and I was like, holy crap. Now this, I'm not cheating. Like,
really?
At least in my first week, I'm like, I have not figured out how to cheat this. This is exposing where my, repaired knee is way worse off than
just like a plyo box, or what do you?
Yeah. Just to a plyo box.
And is that leaving your foot on it and just stepping up?
Just leaving my foot on it and bringing my other foot down all the way to the ground.
Yeah.
Like just trying to heel tap on the ground on my other foot, which on my good leg is easy, I guess, at the height I was doing. I would say easy to do. And my other one, like every rep was a challenge.
Interesting. See, that's
So I'm going to step ups there. But what's going on with my knee is I have a really bad catch on my kneecap right now.
Oh.
So every time, like today I did the hack squat, every rep when I go deep on the hack squat, not on the descent, but when I come back up, there is a bad catch on my kneecap that's really annoying. And what it is, I'm not sure. It's not uncommon after, knee surgery, but it could just be scar tissue in there. Could be, some problem with my knee. It could be like it could be 100 different things,
right.
Without additional MRI and more messing around. There's not much to see, but it's not super painful, but it's really, it's uncomfortable and it's not
a
confidence
little jarring,
building.
unnerving.
Yeah. So when I do exercise like that, I have that bad catch in my knee. But all that being said, I am making a little progress slowly. It's just taking a really long time.
Well, this one's taking a lot longer than the other one, isn't it?
Way longer than my other one.
This has been a year now, hasn't it?
It's
Over
been 14 months, since I had surgery. So
hashtag
it's
road
still,
to recovery.
Like when I walk up the stairs, it's still my left knee doesn't feel like my right knee, like not at all.
Wow.
So it's but I do attack it a lot in training. So that's just all and I do explode jumping and landing on it 2 or 3 times a week. And that should be helping, but even just like skipping, I can just skip off of my right foot so effortlessly, and it feels like I'm getting air between my foot and the ground. And then every step with my left foot, it's like, just feels like you're skipping in quicksand, I guess is what I would say, where it's like, I cannot push through that. But then when I squat and deadlift barbell stuff, it feels pretty normal. It's probably because I'm favoring things, without even knowing a little bit still, but it doesn't hurt when I squat or deadlift. Like it's not painful.
And do you get the catch thing when you're squatting, or do you not get deep enough that it's really an issue?
It doesn't bother it too much usually. Sometimes if it's when I come to full terminal knee extension, like all the way straight, then back from there, it wants to catch going the other way too.
Yeah.
So I almost have to keep just like the tiniest of knee bend, almost like on deadlift, it's the same thing. If I go to full terminal knee extension, what gets it the most, the catch, is if I try to do an overhead movement with a dip, so you'd say a push press or like I've been messing around with the circus dumbbell. And when I'm standing straight and I try to do that really fast or that really quick, short dip.
Yep.
Sometimes it's like, I'll go to do it and I'm like, oh my, and it's not like extremely painful. It's like my knee actually isn't operating in the correct, the joint doesn't function properly, where I go to do that dip and I'm like, I have to like catch myself and be like, oh my goodness, what is that? And then I'll like just bend it a little bit and be like, okay, yep, no, there it's good again.
I don't like the thought of that.
I
don't like that.
It's super, but that's also slowly getting better, I would say. And with that catch and, what the most doctors would say, and especially without imaging, is if you are making some progress, it's probably part of the recovery still. Like if it's the same forever, that's more concerning. But I will be like, no, if I'm being real honest with myself about it, it's a little better than it was like a month ago or 2 months ago.
Little.
It's not drastically better. It's not as good as I want, but it is actually better. So more than likely it's scar tissue and stuff like that that's just taking forever to be normal again. But it will probably be normal again. My training, though, is going pretty good. I actually finished like a 20-week cycle where I didn't back squat. I didn't deadlift with a barbell. I was only doing front squat, other variations, and trap bar.
That's right. Yes, you were. Yeah, you were. Yeah, I forgot.
And I did decide to not go through the peaking block because I'm like, it feels like a waste.
Were you doing it through
honestly,
Juggernaut? Or
yeah, I did it through. I was Juggernaut training. It's just my primary squat was the front squat, and my primary deadlift was the trap bar deadlift.
Yep.
And then on bench, also my primary bench was, I guess, close grip bench.
Okay.
And I was going to do the peaking block. And on the last week, I decided I'm not going to, just because I was looking at it and I'm like, God, some of these weeks just feel like a waste of time.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. Unless like it was really important to you to test and really find out.
Well, that's
what
the other thing. I'm like, I don't care what my max trap bar deadlift
Exactly.
is. I was just doing this as an
or
experiment.
your max front squat. Like,
Right.
Yeah, unless
Right.
that's like, and not even just finding your max front squat, peaking your max front squat.
Yeah.
Unless that's really important to you, I think it's totally reasonable to skip that out and just load it back up.
That's why I pulled that up, restarted the program, and I'm doing deadlifts off the floor conventional. Today was my first day, and that just felt so easy. Where I hate the trap bar. I hate the trap bar, and I hate front squats.
Why do you hate the trap bar though? Like what's?
Because
to me, it feels so much better than deadlifting for me.
But that's because it's the way you squat versus the way I squat. You know,
True.
the trap bar is way more
Actually,
of
yeah, like to me, it just feels like it's, and I'm sure this is how
like
some people
the trap
deadlift
bar
feel.
is far more like a squat.
Yeah, it just feels like I'm just doing the world's
Right.
easiest leg press. Like it just stands
Right.
like I go down, I wedge my body in, and I just stand it up, and there's no load through my back at all. Like it just
it makes total sense to me that the trap bar, you would like the trap bar.
Yeah.
Like I would predict that you would like the trap bar compared to the.
okay. So, but like it actually doesn't feel it that great for you though. Like I just assumed trap bar felt great for.
No,
everyone.
I hate it.
Oh,
I hate it.
Okay. Wow.
Like-
okay. I actually thought everyone
Even a
just liked
high
it more.
trap bar, I'm like, it just never. Even if I do a lot of weight on, I mean, I've done a lot of weight on trap bars
you've done
before.
like 700 or more, haven't you?
It never feels like it never feels good to me. I think I've done an 800-pound high handle trap bar before, and it all felt. Every rep kind of feels bad. Even when I'm doing it well, it just doesn't feel good.
Interesting.
And same with front squat. Through the 20 weeks, I would say almost every rep of front squat and every rep of trap bar felt bad. Where I'm just like, it never feels good.
Yeah. See, that is the opposite though, because I like front squat. The only thing that ever
you
feels
would
bad
like
on front
that,
squat is just having it wedged against your windpipe, you know. But the actual movement muscle part always feels great for me. Like that part always feels good too.
Yeah. So I ended both of those. Like it's the theory of do the thing you're not good at. And I just wanted it was just an experiment mostly and give me to do something else. And I would say the first week back to regular deadlifting with a barbell, you know, you could be like, oh, it's going to take some transitionary time and stuff like that. And my top set was only 455 for 6, but I did it and I'm like, that felt so easy and normal. Like I was just like, that felt so natural to me
Daddy's
again right
home.
away. After like 4 or 5 months, I was like, oh, that's right. I'm okay at some of these things. Because I'm like, God, maybe I just can't do any lifts at all anymore. And
Everything just sucks.
it did feel really good. And also then I'm going to safety squat bar is what I switched to next. And the first week of that, I also thought, oh my God, this feels so good.
Yeah.
Like this
And I
is
can
like
definitely
taking
see
my
it on
squat
safety
back
squat
to
bar.
easy mode.
Yeah, I can definitely see it there.
Yes, even with like more weight, of course, more weight than I was doing in my front squat. It just feels
You have
easy.
more room for positioning to do
Yes.
the way you want to do it. Those.
So those both feel really, really good and kind of promising. And then upper body wise, my bench is going pretty good. And I've been messing around with the other thing I've been trying is farmer's carries.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a knee test thing. And I've just been doing that at the end of Juggernaut on lower body days. And I've just been linear progressing at like 10 pounds a day.
Yeah.
And just going slow. Like I'm not trying to move fast, but I'm just trying to move and see what it does, because walking with weight, the other day I had 215 pounds a hand. So that means when I'm stepping with that left foot, my body weight of 240 plus 430, it's
force going through
700 pounds on just that step, which I haven't done anything like that for at least 14 months. So just trying that. And that, it doesn't feel normal or good. It definitely feels, I'm not saying it's not like I'm hurting myself. I wouldn't be doing it if I was, but it just, if I ever want to be able to do it, it's probably good to practice, because it just does not feel normal, and I try to just, my goal when I do it is walk not fast, but just don't walk with a limp, don't favor it. Like I just try to do them equal as possible. And then because at Crew Falls, everyone was messing around with all kinds of different implements. And one of them was a circus dumbbell, because it's an implement in the Lift Hard Live Easy Classic. And I basically never tried a circus dumbbell. Maybe once in Rapid City 10 years ago. I feel like I did one at a gym there.
I've never done it.
And we did it at Crew Falls. And I'm like, I am so uncomfortable and bad at this. I have no idea how to do this. And the amount of weight I can not do is kind of embarrassing for like my size and how generally strong I am. I'm like, that's actually pathetic. So I've been doing that and just linear progressing it too. And I can say from a skill standpoint, even like 4 weeks in.
Well, that's what, it should.
I've gotten so much better at it.
Yes, you should be making enormous strides just off of technique alone.
Actually, what happens is I'm linear progressing it very slowly, and every week I add a little more weight, and it's actually easier than the week before that. And I'm like, okay, good. That's making me feel a little better. I'm still not doing impressive weights, but it is going up and getting easier in the process.
Yeah,
and it doesn't really tax me in any way. Like it's just like I consider it like technique training almost. I just do it at the end of days when I have spare time, and it's fun.
Yeah,
and I bought that other MB Power Center loadable circus dumbbell, so I just want to try it.
Yep.
That's it on training. Still trying to lift the full weight Thomas Inch dumbbell and still have not successfully done it
still
yet.
Nothing, huh?
I kind of moved away from it because I kind of picking up more on some of my other training now.
Yeah.
So then I'm like I got done today and I'm like, I am
got nothing
beat.
left.
I'm like, I am not messing around with that today. I am like focused a lot on my deadlift and hack squat and back raises and leg extensions. And then I'm like, gotta say, I don't got much left in the tank for any of that other messing around today. I'm like, I gotta get the hell out of here.
That's understandable. You know that feeling when you mostly on a squat day, like when you have a really hard one, you leave and you're kind of just like, I'm just rocked right now. Like you're just kind of like, I'm kind of starting to get that on my bench days. And I think it's just because I hit my accessories so much at the end where I get done. I'm like, I just kind of feel like I got my ass kicked here.
Well, and just the weights that you're handling.
Well, they do. Yes, they do start to be a lot more.
It's just an overall greater load,
right?
Too.
Yeah, when the singles tend to be at 300, or the top set tends to be at 300 or more regularly, and
so systemically, it is just like a larger overall amount of volume, no matter what. Then too,
that is true. Yes, yeah.
Anything we haven't done a good training update for a while, so
I know, and I haven't even asked. Like even when we tie, I haven't asked you about training in forever. So, I didn't know where anything was at. That was good.
To put it in more of a nutshell, I'm not that strong. My knee isn't great, but it all feels like it's getting a little bit better.
Hey, that's all just a stepping stone to build off of.
I'm pretty much still just happy to be training and doing all the lifts. And I'm like, yep, that's what I really just need in my life, is just to be able to train all the lifts that I want to do. And then I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, training. Also think train insane or remain the same. Write that down.
Oh yeah.
There.
So I mean, everyone wants to know though, how many times have you listened to Powerlifting the Mentality from last week to this week?
I actually haven't. I need to watch that.
No, I did the same thing. I'm like, God. Bremy brought it up. I'm like, damn it. I was going to watch that too, and I totally forgot.
I really do need to get to that. Okay, should we do supporting our supporting members?
Yes.
This is a relatively new segment of the Massenomics podcast. It's one of the things we do to give back to our supporting members. You too can become a supporting member by going to massenomics.com/join. We've had several new members join lately, the program. So first of all, thank you to all of you that have joined ever and recently and a long time ago. And like I said, ever. It's one of the main things that keeps Massenomics functioning in all capacities of the supporting membership program. It's bigger than we ever thought it could be. It is what keeps our lights on. It is what keeps our George Foreman grills on, our Pizzazz pizza cookers.
It does
you name the kitchen gadget.
It does a lot for us from an electricity standpoint. We'll say that.
Electrically speaking,
it's kind of the most important thing. It's the Hoover Dam for us, electrically speaking.
Comes to volts, watts, and ohms, it is particularly important. What any of those things are, I couldn't tell you because I never really figured out electricity all that well.
No one, I don't even think electricians know.
They really don't, do they? They're just winging. They're like, what color wire is that? Is this? What's the difference in direct current and alternating current again?
No one knows. They're just winging it.
just like us at Massenomics. So become a supporting member. We've got some other supporting a member announcements that we're going to make later in this episode, so stay tuned for that. This week, supporting our supporting members, we've got, oh my God, what did I do?
Oh, no.
No, I think I just got a couple old ones in here. Let me make sure. Okay. Oh, almost panicked on support right in the middle of supporting our supporting members.
Would have been bad.
There was a SoCal crew meetup with Big Chad. He made the trip down there and he lifted with Big Cody and Big Scar. Shout out crew meetups. Big Hogan was making lifter cards for Dan Eager Strongman comp that he's hosting. So it's like card packs that they're giving away to all the competitors that feature the competitors.
Yeah, super cool.
So we got a Ohio and a New York supporting member that are working together on that. Kind of cool there.
Very nice.
There was Strongman Canada Sunday up in our neighbors to the south there. It was Big Steve, Big Joey, and Big Anastasia did a Strongman Sunday. Then there was a crew meetup with Big Joe and Big Brian Jeff, the man with two first names, presumably. They did a Strongman Saturday. Then there was Big Daminger, Big Ed, and Big Kurt all got together, 3 crew members, for a charity deadlift event. And that must have been in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, somewhere in that area. Also, Big Ed, who was the owner of the MSS NMX New Jersey plate, he legally transferred as a surprise gift to Big Chris. He legally transferred that plate. He had the paperwork with him and everything at the charity deadlift event to like present it to him that you are now the New Jersey owner of the MSS NMX plate.
I saw that. That looked very official, and that had been quite the moment, I'm sure.
Yeah, so that's super cool. And then Big Ed, not to just step away from it, his new plate now is MSNX Crew.
Oh,
CRU.
Okay.
Yeah, so he still has a plate, but he gave.
That's good.
Yeah.
Didn't abandon it.
No, and then Big Scott visited Big Matt, and they got a workout in the Shed Gym. This week's guest on Unpaid and Underrated, our bratty little sister podcast. You can also, when you become a supporting member, you have the opportunity to be a guest on their podcast if you're involved in our community. This week's guest from Western Northeast South Dakota, the Mecca right here is Big Jonathan, was this week's guest on the show. So go give that a listen. That's it for this week's version of supporting our supporting members. Please consider signing up if you're not already. If you've been a listener, if you enjoy the show a little bit, a lot, any amount, please sign up. We would love to have you. What do you think about a certified training facility of the week?
Yeah, where should we go? We were just in Canada last week.
Yeah, we went up to Alberta.
Yes.
The old birdie. That's what we call it around here.
Mm-hmm. What it's better known as.
Oh, I'm just zooming in. Let's just go. What about in, boy, we've done a gym tour there. That's not what we want. What's this place? What's Premeditated Health and Performance? How about that?
Where's that
You
at?
done that? That's in Lafayette, Indiana. We've never done that before, have we?
I don't think so. Lafayette, Indiana. Part of Indiana is that?
Oh, it's right near Lafayette.
Yeah. Just looking here.
It's kind of on its own.
Oh, this is like
by Champaign.
more of a commercial facility here.
Yeah, this is Big Dan with the arm tattoos.
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking at. I think here.
Yeah. Okay. Should we hop into this?
Yeah, let's check this one out.
Okay. Photo 1. Great photo of the certified training facility banner. Like to see that. Photo 2. We have a GetRx combo rack. Can't say I've ever seen one of those before. I mean, I know they exist, but never seen one of those. I'd be curious what that is like. And then in the background, we have, it looks like a stone platform and maybe some jerk blocks or something there.
Jerk blocks and a big
wooden log
platform
back there.
Oh, that wooden log looks sweet. I'd like to take a close look at that one, actually.
It's the real deal when it's got the rope around the ends,
Yep.
Photo 3, we got the cardio section. We got some treadmills. I see a rower. Kind of like
treadmills.
Yeah, yep, kind of like a True Form or something like that.
Yep.
Back there, yeah, photo 4. Okay, we got a rig. Haven't had a lot of certified training facilities that have a rig in them, have we?
Yeah, for those that aren't down with the lingo, a rig, traditionally used in CrossFit gyms, long, featuring multiple squatting areas. Rig.
Right. It's kind of
used
just
in a
like
sentence.
all, instead of being connected by cross members,
I
it's
did a
all
real
connected.
hard wad in the rig.
Yeah, but it's also all connected by like pull-up bars,
Right.
Instead of cross members is kind of the construction piece. But yeah, so you got 1, 2, you got like, well, actually it's both sides. You got like 4 stations you can squat and bench out of. And then you just got spotter arms that you move around. So total. Oh, actually the far one. No, never mind. There's 3 here, 3 on each side. The far one has like jammer arms on it, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, there's jammer arms. I see an adjustable bench in there. They've got a bow bar of some, whether it's the Rogue, CB, whatever, or I don't know which one that is.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, you can hit all the big 3 there, no problem. Next photo. Okay, where would this be in the gym now? I'm kind of turned around on where we're at.
Well, you can see all his maces there.
Yeah,
his maces and kettlebells because he's the mace bell master.
He's got a wall of them there, basically.
Yeah, it's probably what all this open horse
Yeah,
stall
right,
area
room to
is
just
too,
swing
so
them. Yeah, that would
you
make
don't
sense.
catch
Actually,
someone in the teeth.
And then we got the wall of dumbbells there, right? Is there and some kettlebells too. Photo 6, lots of barbells. Titan Fitness, SSB. We got a McDonald bar there.
Love it. Yep.
Still don't have one of those yet, huh, Tanner?
Wait for the update.
Okay.
Don't put the cart before the horse here.
Okay.
I don't want to spill any beans.
All right. We'll just forget I said anything there.
Don't tell me we still don't have anything yet.
There is another SSB sitting there. Can't tell because the logo's turned away. It looks like a red Cerakote Texas deadlift bar, but I can't tell for sure. Maybe it's a squat bar. I don't know. Looks like a good collection of power bars. We got like a football bar of some kind back there. Ooh, the Rogue, what's it, the 26ers? So those sitting in the corner there.
There they are. Yep.
Oh, we got a close-up of fat bells galore. Definitely the biggest fat bell collection we've seen in one of these so far.
Yep. He's got some big kettlebells there too.
Yeah.
Get my hands on those.
You can see the maces, the clubs all hanging. And then, the stone platform, which 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. Plenty of pads. Brad would feel right at home in this place if you got him over there. We got some kegs, bunch of stones. Yeah, a lot of great strongman corner right there.
Yep.
Photo 9.
Bike alley.
God, is that the same bike Massenomics has?
Looks like it, but I think a lot of them look exactly like that.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah, I've seen a lot that look like that. So
okay.
looks like the same.
I'll take your word for it. But,
yeah.
Got some bikes. And then the last photo, we got, what do you call those? Just like it's a heavy bag on a pedestal.
Right.
I forget what those are called.
Yeah. So if you're in Lafayette, Indiana area, and you're looking for a place to train, I believe he probably even takes day passes at Premeditated Health and Performance. But Tommy, if you were in Lafayette, Indiana, do you think you could get strong at Premeditated Health and Performance?
Oh, hell yeah. And I'm going to be swinging mace bells and clubs and everything. I'm going to be swinging all of it. That's just so you won't get me away from there.
No, don't get too close to Tommy. He's going to be swinging shit around.
Going crazy.
This week's podcast episode is brought to you by our newest sponsor, actually. This just in, newest sponsor of the show, EliteFTS. Check them out at EliteFTS.com. Dave hooked us up with a discount code. He hooked you up with a discount code. It's MASS10. Most things you purchase over at EliteFTS, you can use discount code for, whether it's their toilet paper, multiply. Still going strong at Massenomics Gym. One of the actually things that doesn't break in the Massenomics Gym bathroom is the EliteFTS toilet paper. Their bands, they also don't break. The safety squat bar, been using it for a decade at our gym. It doesn't break. The pads are like just as good as the day we got it. All their stuff, honestly, if you need chalk, any of that little stuff, you can also purchase it from EliteFTS and use their discount code. MASS10, thanks to EliteFTS.
And this episode is also brought to you by Juggernaut AI. If you've been listening to this episode up until this, assuming you didn't jump ahead in the timestamps into the ads right now, you heard us go on and on about our training for, I don't know, like 20 minutes. And the way our training works is using Juggernaut AI. If you go to juggernautai.app, you can learn all about it. It is the smartest program for you. Here's how it works. You tell the app about yourself and your goals. From there, it's going to use their proprietary algorithms to build a program for you. And then along the way, you're reporting into the app how you're feeling that day, how you recovered, how your training's going, how your sleep's going, all of that. And after each set, you're also going to report back and let it know how the set went. And depending on the feedback you give the app, it is going to adjust your program for you so you can get the most out of every single day. And as a longtime user, I can tell you, it just works. I don't know how, but it just works. If you want to give it a try for yourself, head on over to juggernautai.app. You can use code Massenomics and save 10% on the lifetime of your membership. The important part there is you have to do it through the website to get the discount, juggernautai.app. Thank you, Juggernaut.
1 hour, 5 minutes in, and it's time for our title topic.
Oh, can we just get right into it?
Should we just jump right in? Let's get it started.
Yeah. All right.
Let's start this podcast.
Are we sure we're ready? This is kind of fast.
Yeah. I mean, the title topic kind of ended up being our training update, but
yeah, kind of did actually.
For the sake of the title of the episode, it might still be what we're about to talk about. We're probably going to talk. We probably talked about training considerably longer than we're going to talk about this, but it was our premeditated callback to the certified training facility of the week. Our premeditated title topic. And what was the title of this topic?
The title of today's topic is How to Sell Out a Powerlifting and Strongman Meet in One Day. So get your notebooks out. It's going to get crazy.
Should be very applicable to so many of you listening.
Hey, this is the philosophy we take in life. There's a little something you can pluck from anything. So even if you never plan on hosting a meet, there might be something here that could help you somewhere someday.
A juicy little nugget in there.
There's one thing we're good at. It's laying juicy little nuggets. So just pay attention, people.
We're going to leave a little breadcrumb trail of juicy nuggets for you all to pick up on. Ooh, piece of candy. Yeah, so how to sell out a powerlifting and strongman meet in one day. I mean, first, just to toot our own horns, the Lift Hard, Live Easy Classic, strongman and powerlifting meets are both completely sold out. The only thing you can do at this point is get on the wait list for either of them.
And that's how many strongman competitors?
55 strongman competitors is what we capped it at.
And 100 powerlifting
100 powerlifters.
More want in, but we said not yet.
The registrations didn't open on the same day. We staggered those. But strongman sold out in like 12 hours of it being open, if that. I mean, it was like the first day.
Yeah, I mean,
within it
was every spot except 3 was full in about the first 2 hours.
Yeah, for the strongman competition. Yeah. So that was just absolutely sold out lightning fast. And that was the biggest. That's the biggest strongman competition we've ever. We've never allowed that many before. So you could have said we had some. It was like, is this going to sell out fast? With opening it up to more, and then proved no, it sold out faster than ever. And then powerlifting, I think it actually sold out. Opening up to 100 people, it sold out faster than it ever has before for us as well. And that's with some of those people getting poached by strongman because that was a larger group, and some of those switched over. And the 100 lifter powerlifting meet still was faster than ever. I think it did take more than 24 hours, but like less than 36 hours.
I think it might have been at 96 on the first day, though.
Right.
At the 24-hour mark, we were basically right there. But so okay,
we're still going to title the episode in one day, though, because it'd be weird to say in 1.2
We're just rounding. We're rounding down here.
It's a rounding error.
So yeah, we have not talked about the powerlifting.
No.
Okay.
Well, because last episode,
that's right.
Yeah.
So
we've had 10,000 Massenomics things happen since then. So it feels like that was actually a month ago, but that was like a week. That was less than a week ago. That was 6 days ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So the strongman, we won't talk a ton about it because we've already mentioned it on other episodes. But like the Strongman went so good. The sign up went so fast. You know, it has its own day this year, all this stuff. And Tanner, I know, you know, you and I, we just had this thought of the powerlifting meet has been just an absolute animal getting this thing orchestrated between changing some behind the scenes stuff and
New meet director.
New meet director and just figuring out how this is all going to shake out and just everything that goes with it. It's just been changing the meet from being federation to an unaffiliated one. Just so many little changes we've made. Actually, a lot of big changes, but 1,000 little changes, several big ones. And besides getting drug out, and you just kind of think, all right, we did all this stuff. We kind of shook the whole thing up.
Yep.
Strongman's pulling more people than ever. Like, is this the year that powerlifting is going to be a struggle? And actually, just to give people a full peek behind the curtain, our conversation was, God, okay, if at the 24-hour mark, if we haven't got 50 people in yet, I think we have to send an email to the list and just see if we can get a few more people in here, because 50, like if we can get 50 the first day, we'll be happy. And I mean, we had 50 within like the first 30 minutes. So like
we had 60 within the first 15 minutes is the actual stat.
Okay, there it is.
60 within 15 minutes of it opening.
And and what's great is it is in Lifting Cast this year, so you can just go refresh the page and it's right there. It's obvious.
Which is a huge improvement, I think, it was definitely for us, but also
we were just stuck talking on the phone, hitting refresh constantly. Because we're like, 2 more. Oh, since we've been talking, 5 more. And it was just boom, boom, boom. And then we're like, okay, I guess we just doubt ourselves too much, because the demand is apparently there and people are still as excited as ever.
It is kind of the way we approach almost everything, though. Like, here's the cycle usually, whether this is opening a meet, coming out with a new product, doing almost anything. There's this in the
this is the creative cycle. This is the creative cycle. It's like the brainstorming phase. Hey, we could do this and this, and then it's like, oh, that's cool. And then a little bit more, it's like,
and then like,
oh,
that's
this
awesome.
is the greatest idea ever. Is like where it peaks, and then it's like when it's time for stuff to start really happening, you go down the valley of this idea is terrible, and then you go all the way to full cycle of this is the worst idea ever, and then when it finally ends, you're like, okay, actually, it's totally fine. You know?
We were more, it's always somewhere in the middle, but like there is that thing. We're like, no, this is awesome. Everyone's going to support us. Everyone loves this thing. The Lift Hard, Live Easy Classic is awesome. Like nobody could not sign up for it. But when it's like the day before registration's going to open, I'm like, oh, is anyone going to sign up? Like, what if nobody signs up?
It is the whole thing of the reality check is just hours away, and you never know. Like, because there always is one. Like there is always a reality check that hits you when you're not expecting it. And
right. And we certainly have had those circumstances.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's just like,
but so far it still has never been signing up for this meet, because this year again, it blew every other year out of the water. Like only more, like the demand has only grown for it.
Yeah.
And I just to caveat it again, you can get on the wait list for either one. There will be there's already a pretty extensive strongman wait list. I'm not discouraging you from getting on, though, because the nature of our nationwide, honestly, international.
Well, because how many states are
just 29 states and 4 Canadian provinces represented that people will be traveling from for the two. So just because of travel things alone, and there being 155 competitors, if 10% of those have to drop, that's 15.5 people. I don't know who we're going to have to cut in half, but
someone will take one for the team there.
And I also don't know if we're going to cut them in half, like hot dog or hamburger.
And some people might say like 15 people, but it happens. There's family there's family issues. There's travel issues. There's scheduling issues.
It's also 7 months away.
There's injuries. Yeah. I mean, there's just a lot happens in 7 months. And yeah, if you're interested in either one, getting on the wait list now, especially if you're flexible about what one you could do, there's still a good chance you could get in, but you got to get on that wait list though.
Yeah. Then the sooner you get, we do take it, the sooner you get on the wait list, the better even, so get on it now, because then you probably got a really good chance at making it in. But so I guess the title is, though, actually is, we talked about what we did.
Yeah.
But the title is how.
How did we
do it?
Yes.
And we were hoping you guys could answer that for us, because we're sitting here. How did we do that?
How did we convince you all, 160 of you, to do this?
How did we do that?
Well,
it's a really simple answer, and it's a really complicated answer, both at the same time. I think.
It is. It is.
Like the really simple answer is, over a decade, we've cultivated this community, not to use silly buzzwords, but I'll just say it. I've said it before, and I've said it on I was on a podcast. I was on Big Andrew Jackson's podcast.
you were giving me the heads up on that. Okay, you did do that already.
Yeah, I already did that. Big Andrew Jackson's podcast, Turnkey Coaching. That's not the name of the podcast. That's the name of the company. But Turnkey Coaching, Andrew Jackson, look up Turnkey Coaching and you'll find the podcast. And I was a guest. And that is one of the things we talked about. And it seems like it comes up when we're on other podcasts. And I'm like, we have this, people say community. All companies say that crap.
Oh, every company, even a company that doesn't have, just shouldn't even have a community, says they have a community.
Most of them,
it's like, no, you have people that begrudgingly buy your stuff because they have to. You don't have a community.
We actually have a community.
Yes.
Like, I'm not saying to do my own horn, and because sometimes I'm like, oh, we're just part of it. We're part of the community.
Here's the other thing. It's not even purely an online community, because online communities are
great. If it was just online, it wouldn't be near as strong as what
online communities are great. Like, it's a way for people to link up. But what really bonds the people is that these people actually do meet up in person. Like, we actually see people in person in spots around the country, and no one else does that. Like, no one else actually does that.
Well, we're an online community with an in-person presence in the way that we have the Lift Hard, Live Easy, what we're talking about, a chance for 200 crew to, make the pilgrimage here to the middle of Western Northeast South Dakota. Crew Falls is just a smaller, similar of, kind of event. But then also we go to the Arnold and arrange meetups like we talked about on here. We go to Home Gym Con. We arrange meetups like we'll do this year. And then besides that, we travel to 50 of these people's homes to go tour their gyms and put it on YouTube.
We do 3 to 6 trips across the country where, if things work out, we're meeting up. Well, first of all, we're going to people's houses, but then if we can do meetups while we're there, those happen too. So it's to the point where we kind of do a meetup almost every month related to Massenomics.
And then besides that, which goes way beyond us even, like we talk about in our supporting members, these people all just meet up with each other to do this stuff, like without independent of us.
Yeah.
So some of that stuff sounds too much like I'm bragging about it, but I'm like, some of it, I'm not even talking about me or us. I'm just literally talking about the community that exists.
Oh, I think yes, like we would love to take some credit for it. And I think we probably have some part of it, but that is the thing that is really cool is like, we were joking about it a couple weeks ago, the Crew England meetup. And I've only known these people separately, but then seeing them all in a photo together, it just felt like they were photoshopped in, but no, these people just make it their own initiative. They all get that, we're all kind of on the same page and in the same headspace as far as the way we approach training and lifting and having a good time.
The secret sauce behind that. So it is the community. It's like the inside jokes that go into all of it. When I say the inside jokes, that encompasses like 50 different things that I'm kind of talking about when I even think that. I couldn't even rattle off everything that I can think of. The certified training facility map and program is a big part about what we're talking about. It connects a lot of people, like literally people show up to train with each other because of that map. And, the supporting membership program. But I still think those in-person events are really, like what you said, it is an online community kind of, but ours is an online community with the option of 5 times a year doing an in-person thing if you want to get involved in that way.
Yeah. And it's fun. And it's really interesting thinking about how that side of things has just grown so organically.
That was never the plan. It was never like,
no, it was just like, hey, I remember the time, I think it was when we were flying to Ohio to go on Table Talk for the first time. We're just like, you know what? It would just be so fun if we just did another like mini meetup in Sioux Falls for Massenomics.
Right.
And you're like, yeah, maybe we should just pick a date and get this scheduled. And it was like, just even there, the dream was if 5 people show up to lift, it'd be a great weekend. And now you look 2 or 3 years later, you got like 50 people signing up.
Yeah.
And it's it's always so fun. And I think if you asked any of the people that went to any of the stuff, they would tell you it's like one of their favorite weekends of the whole year. And I guess that's all just in a really long way to say that that probably is why these things sell out in a day, is people are so jacked to hang out and have a good time.
And we have a track record now that this is an important part of it too. We have a track record. This is the 4th year of it. The first year it didn't, it wasn't this many people this fast. And
Right.
but now it's like it has a reputation. It's built a reputation.
Mm-hmm.
So the fourth year that people are like, no, I'm hearing all the people that have gone that they say how fun it was. And that's all part of it. Specifically about the meet though, and ours, different than what other people doing. It is a 3 to 4 day long event.
It is a festival.
So that
weekend.
it is a festival.
Yeah.
Like it is. Like that also kind of sounds a little cheesy to say, but it is 100% true. There's activities Thursday through Sunday.
Yeah, there's events
so what's
all
that?
day, every day.
Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's a 3.5 to 4 day festival of lifting adjacent, mostly just the Massenomics community, I guess. So many of the people that come, even to compete, will say the lifting is half of the trip or less to them as far as like importance. You know, some of the people that are competing, they'd probably say the lifting is 90%. But a lot of them would say it's less than half the importance of the event, don't you think?
I totally agree. It's
because if we just did the meet, there was just a powerlifting meet, nothing before it. And when you're done, it's like, yep, see you later. We'll take the group picture at the meet. Then everyone go their separate ways. 100 people wouldn't sign up for this from 30 different states. Like,
but
not
then
even
at the
close.
same time,
like, there's no way.
Yes, but on the flip side of it, if people hosting meets are all of a sudden like, oh yeah, so that's the secret. You just got to have a bunch of activities for people. It's like, no, that doesn't work either though, because you just book a bunch of random ass activities for people all weekend that have nothing to do with each other. Some people will have fun, but a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm not going to waste my time with that. So it's not just that either. It's the combination of all of it and the cheesy buzzword of community.
Yeah, I think you can, you could, there are other meets out there that can or do, maybe they do sell out just as fast as ours for as many people. I'm not actually sure. Probably not very many. You know, there's like, USAPL
But that's a
Nats
whole
or
other thing.
Yeah, but
You know,
like that's
those-
a different thing.
Yes, that is a totally
So
different thing. It's
not a local meet, you know. So I don't know if there's many that are getting 150 competitors signing up in one day. There might be some other ones, but if they are, it's a completely different recipe and formula that we've concocted that goes into ours. Because I think there are no other lifting events that are like this, that are for any man or woman, strength level completely irrelevant. Like it does.
Yeah.
I couldn't stress enough how not important this is. This isn't built around the strongest lifters in the world, which a lot of these other things are. That's completely irrelevant here. It's so irrelevant, it doesn't even matter. It wouldn't even make the event better if stronger people came. You know, if like the average strength went up 50%, it wouldn't make the event better at all to anyone involved.
It would
And I
actually probably make it
know
worse
that's-
because
yeah.
it's just like,
It's like you'd be
who are all
getting
these people showing up here that
right.
don't-
And with that, you're getting people that don't get the vibe, and the vibe is the most important part of the weekend. Like, you know, like that is the most important part by far. So if you screw that up, the meat doesn't even really matter. Like you screwed the whole thing up, I think, to get the vibe off.
Yeah.
So to answer the question, I actually don't believe, the more we've talked about it, that anyone can it's not replicable, at least the way that we did it.
I'd say
Like
there's
you want to
definitely-
take 10 years to cultivate
Well, yeah.
online community that's like really bought into an entire group of hundreds of people that all have like the same kind of fun.
There's
you know,
definitely
like
people with bigger audiences, people with bigger sway
for sure.
and pull and things. But I don't know, even if they tried to just have a meet that was, well, first of all, a lot of those people that are bigger though don't make themselves accessible either. You know, like they're,
not at all.
you know, like that's kind of part of the whole thing is like they're not accessible, is that they sort of live this pseudo celebrity life. And
Make an example, take a really like Bradley Martin or someone.
yeah, I mean, he's not going to,
Like if he says, I'm going to
he
make
just
an
can't,
event
he can't invite people to his house, you know, like he just can't even do that.
Right. It
You
just
know?
doesn't work the same way.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't like we are just uniquely at this size where
Right.
it
Right.
works, but yeah, it's just, it is a one of a kind thing. Like it is its own little thing.
Yeah. Other people could run just as good or a better of certain aspects of it, but I just don't think anyone has like hasn't built the path, even if ours is somewhat by coincidence at times, that allows it to exist like this kind of, like it just,
Well,
I'd
be just genuinely curious though, if there is any other meat that has, here's an itinerary of fun for the weekend. Does any other meat actually have that outside of?
Let us know in the YouTube comments.
Maybe
there
USAPL
maybe
has, the Arnold kind of in sort of a way does, but that's also, I wouldn't really say that counts. Like, you're talking about hundreds of thousands of people with millions of dollars
Arnold
behind
Schwarzenegger's festival.
Yes.
Like that.
That's a whole, again, Arnold isn't inviting you to his house either for that. So,
right. Like, what is a comparison at someone that is more of our, I don't even know, like our friend, Juji Mufu, if he said, I'm doing a powerlifting meet it's the Juji Mufu annual open meet. And everyone, because we've been there, he could have 100 people in his yard come do a cookout.
Oh yeah, totally.
Maybe there would be 100. Maybe he would get 100 people. He's way bigger. He has a way big. I'm thinking he also has an enormous pull. Many times over of ours. He could probably do that.
I think Juji could pull it off. I don't think he would want to, and I'm not blaming him at all. I just don't think he wants all these people that he doesn't know showing up. For us, for the most part, everyone.
But it's people we know.
That's what I'm saying. We kind of know everyone that's showing up. Juji wouldn't.
We kind of know all 200 of them.
I know.
Like they're all 200 of our friends,
and a lot of them, their spouses and extended family, and it's just it's a lot of people.
Or on woman's side of it, Meg Squats has a really dedicated following. Also, there again, many times larger than us. She could probably do it. But there again, are they going to like...
Well, we know firsthand, though, you're going to get weird, creepy dudes. Like, we've seen it at her booth happen. Like, you're going to get the dudes that just hang around, and you're like...
So then you don't have everyone over to come in your bathroom and go,
You're going to get that thing, though. It draws some of that, and...
Yeah.
We're not females, so... We don't get that many weird, creepy dudes.
Still waiting on them. Where are you guys? Yeah, because then I think of people that, maybe have a similar size following to us on different things, and then I don't think they could pull it off. Like they wouldn't get the draw, I don't think.
No. I don't think
that
so.
are a little bit not as big as a Meg Squats or a Juji Mufu or insert Brian Shaw. Okay, Brian Shaw, of course. He's huge. He's done it. He can get a ton of people to come sign up and do an event for his, but you're not going to hang out and bullshit. All 200 people are going to hang out with Brian Shaw for the weekend and drink a beer with them.
That's the thing, because they've gotten too big, so they can't do that anymore. You know, it's an interesting thought experiment.
Yeah, and I've said it again. I'll say it again. It probably sounded like I'm tooting our own horn a lot on that, but I'm not. I'm just kind of thinking out loud, realistically, about what the comparables are and stuff. Yeah, so how to sell a powerlifting and strongman meet out in one day? You probably can't.
Probably not. No,
you can't.
At least don't
follow our formula, because it'd be really, really, really hard to replicate that.
Here's how to do it. Don't do it our way. That's the easiest way to do it. Not our way.
You could create an awesome powerlifting federation that a lot of people like to participate in, like the USAPL or whatever the soup du jour is, and you get people to come to your nationals. That's one way to do it.
It's almost too easy.
Yeah, it's like taking candy from powerlifting babies.
It's like taking the Sour Patch Kids from the lifting kids.
Really, it is subsequently, this was a good sales pitch for the Lift Hard, Live Easy Classic.
Yeah.
I wasn't even really thinking about that, but
like we said, if you want in, you kind of can't, but you can get on the wait list, so maybe you can.
You can.
Like, you can't right this second, but you can get on the wait list and probably get in.
And to another point, you can just come anyways. There's a whole bunch of people every year
That's a very good
do
point.
not compete. And I guess we probably failed to mention that. Yeah. But there's many people that come multiple years and don't compete. And a lot of them, eventually they say, it's my third year. I'm just competing this time. I don't even want to. I just like, whatever, I'm coming. We'll get it on it anyways.
Well, that is a good point, because if you just say like, well, that sounds really fun, but I don't lift competitively.
I don't compete in powerlifting.
I would say, first of all,
doesn't matter.
I would say, it doesn't matter actually. But if you're like really insistent, like, no, like I already don't know any of these people. I'm going to a place I don't know. There's just too many variables to worry about. You can absolutely come and hang out, and I mean, all the events are always looking for volunteers. That's one way to get involved. If you just want to like volunteer, I mean, it can be as little as you're just running a stopwatch or just throwing a pad around. You know, maybe you'll get a nickname out of it. You know,
volunteering's kind of fun, even I think in a way, like because you're in on the action.
Yes, you are, and it's a lot less stressful. I mean, it can be a little action packed, and there can be some, but it's there's
just kind of a lot of volunteers, so the load is shared usually too.
Yep. So that's a way to get involved is if you want to volunteer. But even then, you still don't even have to do that if you don't want. Like there are some people that just come. They kind of treat it like a vacation. They sort of hang out in their hotel room. They relax. They go around
Everyone
the
goes
town.
to the gym and hangs around the gym at various times.
They'll go sit in the gym for 5-6 hours and hang out. They'll just take their time hitting a few different restaurants.
Go to the hotel,
go to a few different bars.
Everyone.
Go to the pool. Drink,
come to my house,
live it up, drink all weekend, and not worry about being hungover at events or at least having to perform. Like that would be a very fun weekend if you didn't have any obligations.
A bunch of people do it every year, so consider it. I mean, and
I should
what
do that
you'll
some
get,
year. Just go and hang out.
I'd love to do that. Maybe we'll both do that this year. Just see what happens.
Yeah, we'll just show up at your house. Oh, no one got anything ready.
Ooh, shit, that's going to be a problem. Yeah, come do that though. Honestly, come just hang out. And what will happen is, even if you think you're someone that doesn't like to compete, you'll probably think, man, that did look a lot of fun for those people. And you will say, because I don't, there's some people that don't believe it that haven't seen it. Most powerlifting meets in general, the weight you're lifting really doesn't matter, especially at ours.
I take my training very seriously leading up to it. I still couldn't tell you what my total was. I routinely have to think, what was my total? And I can remember what I hit on my lifts, but I don't remember what the actual total number is.
And to think if someone else lifting there that day could tell you what your total was would be a crazy thought.
Yes.
Like that's what I'm saying is like everyone just wants to see people do what seems like there is well for them.
Yeah, hit
That's
big lifts, have a good time.
Yeah, like whatever seems big for them. Like you go out and get a third attempt and you look excited about it. Whether it's 100 or 700 pounds, everyone's going to be cheering.
Yes,
like that's the case for that. All right, is that it?
I think that's it. That is how to sell at a powerlifting meet and strongman meet in one day.
It's just that easy. Should we do the big, exciting crew announcement of something that we got coming in the pipeline?
Yes.
We can't give it away, but we had an important meeting today and a meeting of the minds, and we have probably at this point like 90% finalized what the next supporting member gift is going to be, what the next supporting member mailer that we're going to send out is going to be. I think we kind of got it pinned down, maybe just figure a few last details. We're shooting for this spring.
Yeah.
Roughly. So you're going to want to get signed up for a supporting membership before this spring. It's kind of a broad statement at this point.
So the clock is ticking.
Yeah.
There is a sense of urgency now.
To throw it out there, I guess it has to be said, there is going to be a line in the sand.
We can now project. We don't know when or where, but we do know that at some point there will be another line in the sand. We are getting that ready.
There is, in fact, going to be a hard line in the sand at some point. So if you've been waffling on it, get signed up now. So you're definitely going to ensure you're on the right side of history on this one. This one's very funny, I think.
Yeah.
Like there's different levels of supporting membership mailers and gifts. Some of them are sillier than others, and some of them are more like the Hall of Fame checklist was that one. That's a very impactful, thing that really resonates for a long period of time. But then like one time we just sent everyone a $2 bill and like a Jefferson deadlift thing or a South Dakota scratch ticket. This one I think is very funny.
Yeah.
I think. And it's probably going to be the only way you can get it. So if you don't get in as a supporting member, you're never going to be able to get this. It's going to be a very funny piece of Massenomics lore history that you'll end up with.
We've had this rough concept for a while now, and we've been very excited to use it. We just didn't know how we were going to use it. And I think we got a great application for it here.
just mentally picturing the actual product. I just did it. It's why I laughed out loud, just because I was picturing
I know.
like in this existing and where it could potentially exist for people.
And the idea of also
just,
people getting this, and like some people also will be like, I don't even know what this means. And
even some supporting members potentially.
Yes. And other ones will get it and be like, I can't wait to explain to people what this means.
So please sign up to become a supporting member. That's one of the things we do is those mailers. We probably got like 2 of those planned for 2026, I think, roughly. So yeah, it'll be very fun, and I'm already excited for it.
Yeah.
That's why we're talking about it already, because it's going to be fun. Should we do some sack segments? I got so much shit over here.
I do too. I think we probably have a lot of the same items, I'm guessing.
I don't mean shit in the bad sense, but I got a lot of sack stuff here.
Yeah,
a lot of
freaking mailbox was overflowing when I went to it today because I had gone for like 2 weeks.
So, do you want me to pick a thing? I'll pick something that I know you don't have.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know you don't have it, but it'd make me laugh if you also got one of these. I want to see who this is from. Big Dan H sent this over from Pennsylvania. I've had this for a little bit. I kind of forgot about it. I haven't looked at it too closely yet, aka I haven't read it yet. But Big Dan sent this over, and it is, I'm curious if you even recall this. It's been a few weeks ago. Do you remember us talking about this? Because I got a picture, a photo text from my wife one day, and she said, did you talk about X? Did you talk about this on the podcast? Because she got this in the mail, and she's like, she now knows if we get something odd, it probably means we talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
And this is a book on cuckoo clocks.
Okay.
The Timeless Cuckoo, a history. Tommy, you like that? A history of cuckoo clocks and craftsmanship by Kurt George.
Wow.
He said, Big Dan said, please turn on your cuckoo clock, gather the family around the fireplace, and delight them with this tale of the only S-tier clock on Earth. From Big Dan.
So where
must be?
Did we say where do we believe the cuckoo clock originated? What country?
I thought it's Germany, but we never fact checked that.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those things nobody really knows.
No.
It's like
to consult the historians.
What's that? What's a story called that nobody owns the copyright to, and like the exact origin of the story is almost unknown? What's the
like a
phrase
fable,
for that, or like some
of.
song? Yeah, it's like a fable.
Yeah,
that's like what cuckoo clocks are.
Yeah. The fabled cuckoo clock.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah. If you ever want to borrow it, you could give it a read. I'm probably going to put it up there by my cottage cheese recipe book, my George Foreman recipe book, and
just gonna have to get rid of that clothing shelf for an actual bookshelf pretty soon here.
I've talked about the House of Cards before. It only gets wilder. You wouldn't believe what's all propping things up back there.
The Massenomics official library, a surprisingly diverse collection of books.
Books and other media. A stiff fart would blow this whole, send this whole thing toppling back here. You're like, oh no, it took me like 20 minutes to organize. What do you got? You got something in your sack over there?
Yeah. Okay. We'll start right here with a little something from a guy that really knows how to strum, if you know what I mean.
That guy can strum.
We're talking about the Roar Man, and I went and checked the mail today that we used to be a proper freaking country t-shirt with the album art. And I can't wait till the first time I put this on with Leah, because she doesn't know I got it. And I walk out and she's going to be like, what the hell are you wearing?
I love this shirt. I haven't worn it yet because I've been saving it for this. We're going to talk about on the podcast.
It really feels like it's one of those shirts that belongs on, like the t-shirts of Walmart or wherever.
It absolutely is. That's exactly what it reminds me of.
Where people are just like wearing a shirt with too many words on it and too much stuff going on. You're like, what's going on there?
This is another one. My wife, when this came, when I was gone, she sent a picture of this, and I think she said, "You have to be kidding me." That was her response on this one. And my son saw it, or I forgot it because it was sitting out, and I'm like, oh, did you see your car made it on a shirt? And he's like, yeah, that was pretty sweet. And he keeps harassing me because his friend has like an old Pathfinder or something that has a light bar on it.
Oh.
And I'm like, and he kept saying he wants a light bar for
for the freestyle.
for the freestyle, and I kept telling no, that's ridiculous. And I'm like,
Not you see it here.
and
Kind of fits.
and I'm like, did you see it has a light bar? And he's like, I know.
It doesn't look out of place on there.
No, it looks good. Also, the Massenomics decal on the hood looks good.
Yeah, this shirt's incredible. It is the album art for the single. We used to be a proper freaking country on Spotify. Everyone go listen to it. Get some views.
Yeah.
Get some plays on that bad boy.
Okay. I've got something else that I don't think you've got over there. So
Okay. Hit me with
make
it.
more room on the shelf. This came to me on I was from a mysterious sender. We had a book this week, so it'd only be fitting if there was also an album to add to the shelf back there.
All right. Yep. Got to have a little
And
music.
We do have Would It Kill You to Ever Play a Little Fog Hat?
Oh, Fool for the City.
Yeah. We got
Is that what
Fog
Slow
Hat.
Ride is on? Fool for the City?
Yes, it is. The third track on side one is Slow Ride.
Wow.
Is on
Okay.
Fool
I
for the
forgot
City,
Fog
Fog
Hat
Hat.
sings Fool for the City. Is there any other songs I'd recognize on there?
Let's see. My Babe, Terraplane Blues, Save Your Loving for Me, Drive Me Home, Take It or Leave It. Is Take It or Leave It? That sounds a little familiar too. This is two.
It's a
What
double.
do we do? Oh, there's two LPs in here. Okay.
Okay.
Live at the Aragon Ballroom. Oh, the other one's live. Yeah,
Damn.
that's the live album on the other side. Fool for the City, Home in My Hand, My Babe, Honey Hush, Slow Ride. I just want to make love to you.
Okay.
I think that's that's maybe a known song.
Classic. Little Fog Hat.
Would it kill you to play a little Fog Hat? So yeah, that's gonna have to make this. Wasn't addressed from a particular sender. I have a hunch. It's from a gentleman down in southeastern Texas that goes by the president of North Dakota.
It could.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb there.
That would be a good guess.
Also, look at this classic Ford pickup on the album cover.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
noticed that now.
Yeah, that's
It's
nice.
legit. Guess it wasn't classic at the time. It was just contemporary. What did you have anything else over there?
Yes, I do. This next one is from our good friends at Barefoot Shoes.
I thought.
Been
Also,
saved-
this is a Barefoot Shoes ad.
I was saving the ad read just for this.
Barefoot.store. Here we go.
These are help me get the technical term right here, Tanner. This is the Oso 2.0.
Oso CG2, if we want to get really technical, I would just say 2.0 for those that are uninitiated. Oso CG2 in the black and white colorway.
And this is your classic slip-on loafer style. I did not. You didn't have any of these, did you? Any of the slip-ons?
No.
I didn't have any of the slip-ons either. I am very excited to add these into the rotation because, yes, they do slip on nice, and it is just a comfortable shoe. I can tell that immediately. It's just a
They are
comfortable shoe.
extremely comfortable from just wearing them a couple times. I'm actually nervous about getting that white dirty because all my barefoots have just
Yeah.
been black.
You
and
just take
stuff,
a
but-
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, hit
just-
it with it,
yeah.
and it's like brand new.
Yeah. They are very comfortable.
Yeah.
Off the bat, the
And
second
this
you
has
put them
that
on your
just
feet.
slightly thicker sole on it. You know, it's still very
Yeah.
minimal, but it's not the
That's
true.
the difference with the Gen 2.
Yes. Yep. It's not that true. Just, and so that does two things. One is it just gives you a little more, but then also it gives it a little bit more of a traditional shoe look as well. So if you want
Right.
something that has a little bit more of the shoe vibe, you could wear these most places and people wouldn't think twice. They just think it's either some variation of a Vans slip-on or just any company that makes a slip-on now because it has more of that vibe.
Yeah, the slip-on just making life even easier.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The
So
Oso
I am
Gen
excited
2.
for these.
And I think they're back in stock now in like mostly all sizes. So yeah. You haven't worn yours out and about yet
I just pulled them out of my mailbox tonight.
though? Okay.
I was like, oh, I got a big package here. What is this? And I opened it up and I was like, yes, that's what I wanted.
That's not all. Discount code MASS10. Is it MASS10 or just Massenomics? It's just Massenomics.
I think it's just
Discount
Massenomics.
code Massenomics will save you 10% at everything at barefoot.store, including the Oso Gen 2 or whatever you want to buy. Save 10% on all of it.
Yeah.
And thanks, Barefoot, for the shoes.
Yes. Thank you, Barefoot.
Awesome. They asked us on sizing the other day, and I'm like, ooh, what is it
What are we
going to
gonna
be? I didn't want to spoil the surprise for ourselves and ask, though.
I
And
know.
was-
I don't want to know either. Yeah.
And when it showed up, I was like, oh, nice. I do not have the Osos. So, and I've always kind of wanted a pair.
Yep. I was pumped.
Okay.
Do you have anything? I got one more thing.
Oh, my sack's empty.
Oh, I got one more thing.
All right. Jeez.
Do you know what this object is, Tanner?
What is that? I feel like I do know what. I don't know. Do I know what that is? Is that
you do.
What is that?
It's just like an adder plate for a lat pull down machine.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay.
So my lat pull down machine, it's selectorized, we've talked about it on the show. It makes 15-pound jumps, which is fairly big.
Yeah.
And especially if you're doing more single arm stuff,
Yes.
it's a 15-pound jump can be pretty
Right,
considerable. And even on the lat pull down, there are times where 15 pounds is just a little more than what I'd want. And I don't really want to cut the reps down.
Right.
And I had been taking kind of as the cheap, as kind of a cheap gym pin. I had been just throwing a plate over the end of the pin, and it was kind of staying in place, but it would start to roll in, and then as you get to the bottom, the stack comes down. It was hitting the other weights, and could buy a gym pin too, but I didn't really want a gym pin for the sake of adding more weight, which I feel like is more what the point of a gym pin is
right.
I don't need that.
Right.
I mean, I know it gives you the thing to load, but I've been looking at these, and what first got me going is I knew Fringe made a gold one, but they're like 2.5-pound adders, and I went and looked, and I want to say their 2.5-pound adders were like $60. I'm like, that's a lot for 2.5 pounds. I would like to do jumps between 0 and 15, so like 5 and 10 would be preferable.
Would be better, yeah.
And then I was looking around on Amazon because I'm like, well, this is kind of a no-name product. Amazon's got to have something. And I found a few that were around like $30-ish, 30, 35 on Amazon.
Yep.
And then I did a Google search, and company, I think it's called Sportsmith, and I'd ordered a replacement pulley for my lat pull down from there before.
Yep.
And they had these 5-pound ones for like $20 each. And I'm like, all right, I'll get 2 of those. That way I can do 5, 10,
5 or 10,
the full jump. So I ordered this. It just came today, and I'm excited for just to have a little more option on my lat pull down machine now.
If you use 2 of them on there, it wouldn't be reducing your potential range of motion, would it? Because like I'm just thinking of the height of it. If you're putting that on the top plate,
well, actually, that's a good
question.
I actually didn't really think of that. On
when it gets to the
on lat pull downs, it wouldn't be an issue. I can tell you that because I'm not going the full range of motion. On single arm stuff, I can put it in the middle one because it hits on the sides before it hits in the middle. So I could for sure 5 pounds if I'm going to max out the travel. I would be okay, I believe, on the middle. But if I needed 2 and I put them on the ends, that would probably bottom it out. So then the question is, can I fit 2 in the middle? And I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. So that's an important point. We will find out at some point, though.
Follow up.
Yeah, there will be follow up some point on that.
So what are they called? It's
just like a lat. It's like a no-name lat pull down add-on weight, adder weight, depending on what you want to call it.
Okay. Do we have did we talk Strength Co this week? Is that
No,
what
we're
we're missing? Or should we hit them with a little something old school here?
Oh yeah.
This is the Strength Company. We've set out to build a better barbell plate on American soil. We ended up here at Wisconsin's legendary Wapaka Foundry. With over 60 years of ironworking experience, the foundry had the knowledge, technology, and processes to build our weights to our exact specifications. The Strength Company plates are slim but rugged, smooth but easy to grip, and electro-coated for durability and to look great in your gym. This is the next generation of American iron. Only available from the Strength Company.
Speaking of the Strength Company and smaller weights too, they even have 0.75 pound.
I know.
From the Strength Co.
It's the
1
collection
1/4
thing. You just feel obliged to.
The 1 1/4 are is that what 1 1/4. That's a practical plate. Like I think a lot of people would have a place for that in their gym if you don't have one already. You know, if you're benching or overhead pressing, maybe it's you have loadable dumbbells and some other smaller movement. You know, those 1 1/4 pound plates could be a beneficial, pretty cheap, affordable ad from the Strength Co. The Strength.co. Click through. If you're going to purchase from them, go to our website, Massenomics.com/affiliates. You'll find the Strength Co. in there. Click through that. Go purchase that way. We get a small, residual back from the company. Then also, we also have a whole bunch of other affiliates in there and several discount codes.
That's the main thing. If you ever plan on buying gym equipment, just head on over to that Massenomics affiliate page because we either have a discount code or an affiliate code or something that can potentially save you some money. And also, it's a way to kind of give us thanks and give us a little tip along the way.
And if you're just buying something anyways, why not do it?
All you got to do is visit one extra web page before you click that buy button.
Unless we said something to personally offend you this episode, I would ask that you do it. If you are offended, I kind of get it. I wouldn't do it for us either.
But it's part of also learning and growing as a person is to get over that.
Forgive.
And to forgive and to give us an affiliate link click.
Forgive us, and please forgive us of all our shortcomings and click on our affiliate links, please.
Yes.
And I would say, noticed even people talking in our Discord and a lot of people talking about doing that. And we'll also
forgiving
just
us.
working and we getting forgive and forget. Yes. But also clicking our affiliate links and then us getting some payments from companies too, like seeing that it actually works. And that's pretty sweet.
It's very sweet.
It's way easier than making a new horse stall mat gripper to sell someone.
Significantly less labor involved. That's for sure.
This week's episode, we did the OSO 2.0. I think we kind of covered it all, didn't we?
I think we got it.
Correction, beginning of the episode, I said episode 511. Really, this is episode 11 of season 2.
Important distinction.
Yeah, I kind of messed that up, so I just want to make sure people understand that. Head over the YouTube channel. Make sure you're checking everything out there. The new gym tours every week. Last week was Big Wallflower, and this week Big Jose. We've got still 10 other videos already recorded. They're going to be coming up. Some really big ones that are going to release in also in through the rest of January and February and probably into March. And then we'll be doing more trips after that. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcast. Like to get that number up. We're at 618, and that's kind of rookie numbers. Like to really see that get up to 619 or 620. So we need just 1 or 2 people to go leave a review.
Just 1 or 2. That's all we want.
If all of you just go leave a review, that'll bump the numbers up quite a bit on Apple Podcasts. So
everyone does it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all we got to do.
Everyone listening right now, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and then borrow your spouse or significant other's phone and leave a second review on Apple Podcasts. And we'll have more in no time for sure. It'll work. It has to. Then purchase something from the store.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Crap. Did we forget about something here or not? Yeah, we have a drop the week that this comes out.
Oh, damn.
So on the 22nd, we have a drop.
Way to really bury the lead an hour and 50 minutes in here.
Yeah, we do, right? We're planning on January 22nd, right?
I think so.
Yeah, January 22nd drop. If you're listening to this, it still means it's 4 or 5 days before the drop hits. But yeah, January 22nd, we've got a drop coming, and maybe for the sake of time, we won't tease what we got coming too much, but there's gonna be a new long sleeve tee. I'll tell you guys that, and it's friggin' sweet. Do you have that stuff yet?
That was in my mail today too.
Yeah.
There was a lot in there.
What is there? There's a couple shirts in the drop for sure.
Yep.
We'll talk more about it. You just be on the lookout January 22nd, and that new long sleeve shirt's freaking sweet.
Yeah,
so
you'll want that to get you through these last few days of winter here, heading into spring.
Long sleeve shirt in South Dakota these last few days would be the perfect attire.
It would.
That's this new one. I'm going to take one just so I can be dressed in the perfect attire going forward. So January 22nd, please buy something. We still also have like 4 goose hats left.
Oh, there's 4, huh?
I don't know. Someone bought one today. I got to pack that up still. So there's like 3 goose hats left maybe.
Better get on that, people.
And become a certified training facility if you're not already. Tom,
And become
else?
a supporting member if you're not already.
And a supporting member.
Yeah.
And just do a little bit of all the stuff, just whatever. We just a little bit of everything would be good.
Send Tanner some obscure book that he can read later.
Send me more albums and books. I think that they're hilarious, and it's like make me decide what the hell I'm going to do with this. I now have this is be like there actually isn't that Disturbed album's right there.
Oh,
this will now be the 5th album.
Your head's hiding
like,
that thing.
I gotta. Does this come across in the YouTube where I'm pointing right now?
I don't think that shows up on YouTube. No.
Okay.
I think the limit's about just to the edge of the slide there. I think is.
Yeah. So is this like YouTube right here?
I think right in that area. Yep.
Okay.
So the George Foreman book might be getting cut off, possibly.
Right. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I gotta start to rethink where I'm gonna how I'm gonna display all these albums and books. So yeah, send me more records. I love my record collection's just getting sweet over here. Like I have not listened to these records yet, but I actually fully intend on listening to all of them soon. So
talking about some of the greatest songs of the 21st century right there.
Yeah, and this is kind of a history book, so I wonder if this should be. You should have this. You might need a shelf on that wall back there. Your wall's so far.
That's
back.
the problem. Is it's so far back that you won't be able to tell what the stuff is. A lot.
But you could really have a lot of albums.
Well,
and
I
books
could. I could
there.
fit a lot. The history of wool book did show up today too in that package.
Oh yeah,
so I have that.
Have
one
you read
forward
that?
to. No, I mean I just opened it like 4 hours ago. So yeah.
So you haven't read it? Or?
No, I just paged through it a little bit. Really made some mental notes, highlighted a few things.
Well, we haven't had much going on, so all that to be said. To wrap this up, I have to say, I've said it before. I've said it on other episodes. This last week might have been the busiest week of Massenomics I've ever had in my life, where I'm literally there is constantly something on my checklist to be like I'm never.
It's just lost all
it is
perceptions
literally
of time and space.
Yeah, it's literally just going from one thing to the I need weeks of just being locked in a room and have nothing to do but work on that. That's what I need right now. Which is great problems not even problems. It's just a great scenario to be on actually. Tommy, where do they find you at?
You can find me at Tomahawk_D.
You can follow me at Tanner_Baird. You can find me in the Dean, and you can most importantly follow Massenomics at Massenomics.
See you.